Hello survivors, and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video, this is going to be sort of a roundup compilation in my first week of my 1 month test of Survivors Club, just to get a full idea of how it works in terms of how it works from a user's perspective. From the outside, I had my opinions, but from a user's perspective who actually getting the benefits from it, it could be slightly different. Now, when I remember getting it instantly, I instantly got these glasses and I couldn't use them. I could open a roadmap, but then I'd obviously have to spend money to get the energy to use on that roadmap. Once that event ended, I had a bunch of glasses that I'd been claiming over the course of that event, and I didn't get anything for them. So I got zero benefit from being in the Survivors Club from being in that event in particular. I did also claim the weekly and daily things where I could get a roadmap for, I think it's gold bars, and I also did a roadmap where I could get comic books. Now, I ran the comic book roadmap in both of my regions. It did actually reset during this week as well, so I did run it twice. So because I have two regions, I actually opened these comics 4 times, which is roughly the amount you're gonna get from a 1 month subscription to Survivors Club. You'll get potentially 5 just because of the overlap. But in the 4 opens I did of the comic books, I only completed the missions once. Out of 4 times, I only managed to complete all the missions once. That is really bad, to be honest, in terms of value. The rewards there aren't even great anymore. They haven't been great for a long time, and there's RNG involved on those comic books, which is terrible in my opinion. Now, the comics I did get, I didn't buy anything yet. I did see, however, in the museum that the collections did get extended to over 200 days. I think they were down to like 30 something, and they went up to 230 something, so they added a lot of time onto these collections. Me, as a brand new subscriber, doesn't get much benefit. I might complete the first one. I should complete the first one, but after that, I'm not going to get much else. Completing the first one gives you 30,000 5-star tokens, so I get 3 pulls in both my regions, but that doesn't mean much in the S-Class era. The other roadmap that I opened was the gold bars roadmap, and I was doing that quite consistently. However, it is a massive energy drain. Massive. I couldn't complete it on natural energy with the other daily roadmaps I had to do. I had to wait, and it does seem that Survivors Club is making you use more energy than you otherwise really should have to. Straight away, my opinion there is I've already paid for access to these roadmaps. I shouldn't have to pay for using energy and dropping cans on these as well. It should be done and dusted with the initial entry point on the amount of money that I put down for the entire month of Survivors Club. So it should be really low energy cost roadmaps. I'm talking like 1 to 5 max. Not 20, 25 energy roadmaps. This is ridiculous, and this definitely shouldn't be the case here. And also, because I was spending energy on the Survivors Club roadmaps, I wasn't keeping up my normal energy to get actual survivors, and my training grounds run out. For the first time in a long time, my training grounds run out. It wasn't too much a problem because one of them only had a few hundred in, and with the new Survivors Club membership, obviously my roster's massive, so I could just fill that out quite quickly. Now, when it comes to my roster cap, you can see that I hit the top of my roster cap quite a lot. It's quite easy to do. Opening training grounds, it just fills it up pretty much. I will say that it's much more noticeable how bad the search system is on the roster when you've got a max roster like this. The new armory upgrade in terms of searching through your weapons, being able to dictate, what star rating, the sort of things you want to filter it with, and even you can search by words, which is great because right now if I go to the rarity on here, I cannot search this. And if I was going through trying to find like Ulysses and Liliths, I did find some weird way I could do it. Like, I think if you go to persona and you hit persona twice or something like that, or the trait twice, it actually puts trainers last, or so, I don't know, but it shouldn't be this like weird. You shouldn't have to find out some weird system to find them. If you can just type in Lilith at the top, it shows you all your Liliths. You can unlock them if you've locked them. You can just use them if you need to. And I think that's a much better system. Hopefully they bring in that armory system in here. Again, not really a Survivors Club issue, but it's just much more obvious some of the issues when you've got such a massive roster. Now, the extra food was nice during level up tournaments. I was getting obviously a little bit extra food. Not that big a deal, to be honest, but a little bit extra. However, outside of level up tournaments, while I was getting twice the amount of food I, was getting them before, I didn't have anywhere to store it. Your storage doesn't double, so basically when you hit max storage, you still have to get rid of it in the same way. You still have to use high replenish. So while I was getting twice the amount of food I was getting before, I'm losing 50% of that food I've got because I have to put it into high replenish to be able to claim the rest of the food in my farms. Now, there are level up tournaments quite a lot, But this can be the case quite often, if I'm honest. There's sometimes 2-3 days where there's no level up tournaments and you're getting no benefit at this point. So I think pretty much initial thoughts are that your base storage should also double, not just the amount of income you're getting. Now I think this is one of the weakest parts for a veteran in terms of food and materials. This would be the same for materials as well, but with materials, I don't have any material posts, so I'm not getting any benefit here. For newer players, definitely, I think doubling their storage when they're brand new will be very helpful for them. I also did some weapon upgrades, and I did the main set of weapon upgrades on my live stream. I didn't get anything special, no special upgrade, nothing. Obviously, it's still RNG, I just didn't use any parts. I did use some blowtorches and stuff during the week to try and get a perfect weapon on my Priya. I think this is the 5th or 6th time through trying to get a perfect weapon on one of my Priyas. On the other Priya, it's like the 3rd time through. And on 2 Priyas, trying to get a perfect weapon, just so I can make it 5-star. Not like, it's not anything special, it's just basic upgrades. They continuously get 1 fail, where it doesn't get a crit out of the 3 upgrades. And it's been like 5 times in a row, 6 times in a row in one region, at least 3 times in a row in the other. So even if I did get a good weapon here or not, obviously Survivors Club has no benefit in terms of the quality of what you're getting. I don't really think it should. However, it would be nice if, at the very least, Survivors Club members didn't have to use blowtorches and it was an instant craft every time. The downside there would be Survivors Club members would run through their crit resources really quickly if they didn't have any sort of control over themselves. But I think that could be an instant boost. It's an obvious one for me. Now when it comes to the character pools, I did get a little bit of luck, but here they are. So I'm going to pull on the buttons. Here we go. Buttons. Pull on the buttons. 5-star Rick, see? See, now this is fodder. Doesn't seem like that much, but I don't want to use bennies if I can help it. So it's actually pretty decent to get fodder. Okay, we're going to be getting the pool now. So that was the first region, and you can see I didn't get much. I got some collectibles, which I'm actually not too mad about. The collectibles were nice. I got a few hundred in total, so I can't really complain too much. The upside of that particular wheel is that you have a decent chance of getting 5-star characters, which is nice for fodder, just for Ascension at least. I'm not really in that much of an issue with fodder, but it's better than a 4-star for sure. 4 stars on that wheel really shouldn't be there anymore. They probably should be 4-star trainers or something at worst, or just eliminate them altogether. Here are the pools in my second region, however. Okay, here she comes. Here she comes. 5-star ascendable, let's go. Oh no, I actually did coins. My god, I'm so used to doing coins. I mean, it means I just get another free pool, right? Oh, god damn. I'm so used to doing coins, guys. I'm just not even going to talk about it. We're just not even going to talk about it. No talking. Shh. Shh. I get a 5-star though. Just no words, please, guys. 0 words. Didn't happen. Nobody saw it. I even saw the coins. I was like, oh, I thought I did a temple there. That would have been embarrassing. Oh, god damn it. Put on Shield Conrad. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Shield Conrad. Okay, here we go. 1 pull. Shield Conrad. Man on the Moon's guess. Oh my god, we actually... Oh, it's a 6-star too. Oh, okay. It's a character I don't have. I don't care too much for Alpha, the fast one. But it's a new character. I don't have it. I was like, oh, it is Alpha because I instantly can see the silhouette. And as you can see, I got a lot more luck here. I got a lot more luck. A couple of those pulls on both of those regions were on my live streams. I do try and save my Survivors Club pulls for my live streams. And I'll try and pick out someone in my audience. Generally speaking, it's going to be someone who's a member of my streams, of my YouTube channel, who has financially supported me just to, you know, just pick out someone who's to pull on. Just a little bit of fun. And like you see, I got a reasonable amount of luck. I got an Ascendable, who I'm actually pretty happy with. The 6-star, not too happy with. I don't really care too much about the 6-star. Again, the same sort of situation. I got collectibles towards the S-Class character. I got some 5-stars. The 4-stars, again, same issue. But this was something that was raised on my streams, by Man on the Moon in particular, in that there are characters that do drop on these wheels that are not advertised. That, you know, in the Ascendable characters, there were Ascendables that aren't there, but they're still dropping when you pull. That's a bit strange, but hey, I'm not really sure what's going on there. That's something separate to Survivors Club, but that definitely needs to be looked at. So we'll see if anything changes for next week. There are new events coming on the way. There could be more Survivors Club bonuses for those events. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm already coming up with ideas of how this can improve already. If you've got thoughts on Survivors Club, especially in just the last week, please do drop them in the comments. I'm going to give a shout out to Mike again, who did the donation to give me this Survivors Club. I'm going to give a shout out to every video because it was very much appreciated. I want to thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, guys, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.